Hey legacy builders, welcome back to Mind Your Money. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a March budget reset, sort of. I'm just going to set up my budget and talk about some budget goals for the month of March using my annual budget workbook, which is available on Amazon. So if you'd like to pull out your spreadsheet or your annual budget workbook in physical copy, let's get started. We can do this together. At the beginning of each, I think every third month. I've used this book before, so I'm a little bit, I think I started before January of 2023. So there's a new word at the beginning of each quarter, right? Every 3 months. So this word is graceful. I know March is not the beginning of the second quarter yet, but I was using this book before. I started in July, actually, of last year, so I kind of went off sequence, but I like to inspire myself and hope inspire others when it's time for you to set up your budget. So we're going to create our March calendar first, and I'm just going to write in the month at the top because it is a Sunday start, but it's a blank calendar, so even if you wanted to like white this out and start on a Monday, a Tuesday, whatever floats your boat, I prefer to start on a Sunday. It's the start of the week, and then Saturday is the end of the week for me. It just helps me to manage the money well. But this is for March of 2024. Can't believe we are in 2024 already. Wow. And we're in March, so this is the last month of the first quarter. I'm going to use a different colored pen to write in the dates in February, which kind of blend into that first week of March for me. So my March starts on February 25th, this Sunday, and will end on the 2nd of March. And there are 29 days in February this year because it's a leap year, right? So that's cool. And what happens to people who have their birthday on the 28th or the 29th? If you were born in a leap year, when do you celebrate your birthday? Do you celebrate the day before the 28th, or do you celebrate it on the 1st? How does that work on a non-leap year? All right, so this month is a golden month for us. That means I will have 5 paychecks instead of 4 to budget because we get paid weekly. What I plan to do is just budget it as I normally would. It's just an extra paycheck. Put a little bit more money towards debt because debt is going to be our focus in the month of March. We are still saving while we're paying down debt, but the credit card debt that we accrued in November of last year is what we're going to be focused on because we have to get that down. So most of the money that we have that we're using is going there. So March has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Fridays. Each of these days is a payday. What I'm going to do is use this ruler that I got in a cloth and paper subscription box. I'm going to use this to kind of create some circles. You can use whatever you want to decorate your budget calendar, however you want, whatever motivates you, whatever inspires you, whatever just makes you feel happy. Please do that. Paydays are going to be highlighted in black. We hope to end each and every paycheck in the black and not in the red. So whenever you're in the black, you know there's plenty of money left over in the budget to do something good with. So our focus is going to be that. So paydays are black. So every Friday. And I should highlight days where we could receive side income. You know, the income that's not consistent is variable, meaning the amounts could change each month. We do have side income expected here. So with that one, that circle, I'm going to make it green. We tend to use all together. Like, let's say, I'll give you an example of how you can do it. If you know, okay, I might be getting referral income from something like a something I recommended some people for, right? Or maybe you do side hustles like me, like little things like if you are an Amazon affiliate, you get income once a month. Usually, for me, it's at the end of the month. I don't know if it depends on when you signed up, but at the end of every month, I get something from Amazon. Sometimes it's $5, sometimes it's $20, it could be more. So it's variable, right? But you could track it. Why not? So you can see, and I wrote that every day of the week. I was not supposed to do this. This is wrong because the income, the variable income is supposed to come on the end of the month, and then here might be YouTube. And then these others, I don't know why I did that. That was a mistake, but maybe God is trying to tell me something. Here would be Google AdSense or Google, because I may get paid on March 21st. I might not. Depends on if, I get enough ad revenue. Maybe something will come in. Usually on this calendar, I like to track bills too. And based on my bill spreadsheet, we have car insurance due this day, and we have rent due this day, but that for rent for March has already been paid with February's income. So I'm not even going to write it here because car insurance is going to be paid for March. And then YMCA would normally be paid, but we canceled the gym membership. So the next bill would be our electricity, and that's due around the 5th. Then after that, we have life insurance. Nope. Life insurance is here. 12th is internet. So I'll just put Spectrum. Spectrum is due on the 12th. Life insurance 1 is due on the 13th. Cell phone is due on the 18th. And life insurance 2 comes out on the 19th. And National Grid would be due here, but again, I don't think we'll owe them anything. I'm writing it though just in case something random happens. National Grid would normally be due around the 28th. So those are the only bills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we cut our bills low. All right, and then there are some events that are going to trigger spending, mostly from transportation. So I have an appointment on this day, okay? And then I don't know when the baby will have to go back to the doctor yet in March. And I don't think there's anything else like significant that I need to focus on in March. I don't think so. And if I do, I'll just have to fill it in after. So we have some goals that we have to hit. We need to pay at least $1,000, $1,048 towards debt in the month of March. Definitely need to do that. 2, we need to keep miscellaneous expenses extremely low, like nothing. And I don't even know how to spell miscellaneous right now. Expenses at 0. We need to keep that at 0. And we need to continue to save for 1, transportation expenses, because that is going to be, I'm thinking baby girl might have to go to the pediatrician at least twice. At very least twice in this month, I think. And I will have to go see my GYN at least once. And I don't think I have any appointments for the boys yet. Not in March. So, transportation, food, and clothing. Wellness too, but clothing for sure, because we need to shop for the boys. It's almost spring and they need new clothes. Especially the younger ones. They're stretching. So that's it for my calendar. Let me fix what just came out. And okay, that's my calendar. That's what my calendar looks like. And hopefully I didn't forget anything. Maybe I should highlight the bills so it kind of stands out just a little bit. So that is a bill, that is a bill, that is a bill. It's a bill, which is a fixed expense, and that is a bill. And this here is an event. I have to be there. So do that. And vision board. This is the vision board that comes after the calendar in the annual budget workbook. So right here, you could write out whatever vision you have for the month. Set your intentions. For me, the number one thing is to have paid $1,048. That's how much I figured I could pull from this budget to use in the month towards credit card debt. It's not nice being in credit card debt. It's actually, it sucks, and the interest is ridiculous. Contribute to, mine is very simple. I need to really be focused. Contribute to the 100 envelope challenge. If you don't know, this year, 2024, we are planning to save $10,000, and we're using the 100 envelope challenge to do that. So if you follow me on Tasha's Money and stuff, you'll get to see that progress. I'll link that channel, Cash Stuffing, Cash Savings channel, down below. Do whatever you want on this page. Write out your clear vision for the month so you know what you're intended to do, and you can come back and look and say, I did it, because you were focused on it. You wrote it down. You made it plain. Top 3 goals. You are your only competition is the top line here. So that when you're ready, you just write out what those 3 goals are for the month. I've already written my goals on my calendar page, but it doesn't hurt to write them again. And again, it's related to the vision. I want to see that we reduce our debt by $1,048. So that means my top goal is to pay $1,048 towards debt. That is a goal. I have to hit it in the month. So I'm going to do that. And I feel like writing in cursive, so I'm going to make it a declaration this month. I will pay at least $1,048 towards my credit card debt. That's my declaration. So I want to be able to put a check mark in this box at the end of the month and say, one of my top 3 goals, I hit it in the month of March, or maybe even exceed it. That's my big first goal. I will not make any unnecessary purchases in the month of March. There is no right or wrong way to write your goals. You can use stickers, you can use colorful dots, you can use lines and boxes, you can use a highlighter, a pen, a marker, a colored pencil, whatever encourages you, and write out your top 3 goals. I don't know what my 3rd goal is yet. I'm not going to try to rush it and do it for a camera either, because this is a real life budget reset. So I think that's it for this one. Let's do the monthly budget now. Let's talk. I have to turn my page because it's easier for me to write. I'm right-handed, but I write slanted. I can't just write straight up and down like this. It'll be very sloppy for me. Okay, so as far as income for the month, we're going to start down here, and we're going to put, there's 3 different slots for income, right? But I'm just grouping all of the income into one. $5,000 is what we're going to budget for income for the month, okay? And then our monthly bills, 2 of them are 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bills. I'm looking at my spreadsheet on the side to the right of me. You can't see. So this rent is for April. And April's rent is budgeted at $1,500. We're going to save that up in March to pay it in April. And then we have Geico, which is car insurance. That is due on March 1st. We're going to still budget $85 because they have been just going up and up and up. And I want to be ahead of the game. PSEG, we're gonna budget $50, but I have a suspicion that we might be under budget for that. But we shall see. Spectrum is for internet, that's budgeted at $85. We have 2 life insurance policies, one for me, one for my husband. And I budget the same thing every month, but you've got to have life insurance too, especially if you have children, because you don't want to have nothing left behind if they need it. So Metro PCS, which is now Metro by T-Mobile, we budget $94, although I think it's going to be $93. So our budgeted income is $1,883, and I'm going to double check it to make sure. Nope, something's off by $50. 1883 minus 94 minus 36 minus 33, 85, 50, 85. Okay, there we go. I must have mistyped something. So 1883 is the total cost of our bills, right, for the month of March. And then for savings, which also includes investing. Okay, so monthly savings and investing. These 2 buckets here, monthly savings and miscellaneous, basically is your variable. So whatever you're saving for, whatever you're investing for, and whatever giving or other stuff, random things, your food costs, groceries that come up for the month would go into this bucket here. So for monthly savings, I'm going to start with investments, and I'm just going to write investments, and I'll break those down when I do my budget by paycheck setup. So investments, we're going to budget for $250, and for savings, which is going to be I'm going to call that purpose funds, because I'm really going to split the savings into purpose funds, into all the different places where we save money right now, and that is budgeted at $250 also. The emergency fund is supposed to get some money this month because I've been slacking on that. Not because I want to, just because other things take precedence. So household is next. This is where we have a household account where we use money from there to buy all the household things. I'm going to budget for $100 there. Then we have a miscellaneous savings account. That's for all those things that could come up that you didn't expect. And we're going to budget $100 there. Now food, put a little asterisk next to this because, again, I use this account to pay for all of the groceries and eating out we do. But we use our credit card for most of it. So we're going to plan to add $100 to that, although some of our food savings is going to be within this $250 for purpose funds. Cushion. The cushion in our savings, in our checking account, $169. And then cash. Do I want to put cash here? Or should I put cash in miscellaneous? I think I want to put cash in miscellaneous. So I'm going to add this up first to see where we are. We have 250 plus 250 plus 100 plus 100 plus 100, 169. Okay, so this is $1,069. Okay, and then the first thing is our tithe, which is giving. We're going to plan to give $500, and then cash, I'm actually also going to pull out $500 to do all the different savings challenges we're going to do, but some of it is for regular spending, household stuff, children's money, all that thing. So this is $1,000. I don't, oh wait, nope, that's wrong, because debt, which would be a bill. It's not a monthly bill because it's not something that we be paying monthly because we don't plan on being in debt very long. $1,048, which would make this 1,000 plus 1,048, $2,048. So $2,048. That looks so sloppy. My whiteout broke, so I don't have one. So I'm just gonna write, this is $2,048. That's what that is. That's the total. $2,048 is what's going towards miscellaneous and debt. So debt and giving. That's what this is. Okay? We should have $0 remaining of our $5,000 planned budget. So $5,000 minus 1,883 minus 1,069 minus 2,048. Boom, there it is. We have a zero-based budget, y'all. Zero-based budget. Okay, so this right here, this is the planned income, planned bills, savings, miscellaneous debt, investing, all of that. This side on the right is the actual. So when I come to close out my monthly budget for March, I'm going to write in the actual income here, actual bills, savings, and all the other stuff. Now at the bottom, if you're using the spreadsheet, which the spreadsheet to this budget is on my website, all of your information that you typed in here would total and calculate down here. But you can, this is optional, you don't have to do it. It's just extra step. Me being a little bit anal and like to be very detailed about the numbers. I'm going to write in the planned income here, which is $5,000. The planned amount for bills, $1,883. Savings, 1,069, and miscellaneous, which is 2,048. Again, gives us that zero-based budget. And then when I come to close out, I'll write the actual numbers in and the percentage of amount that went to bills, went to savings, went to miscellaneous. Right now, since I am kind of a money nerd, I do want to see what percentage of this budget is going towards bills. So we're going to take the 1,883 and divide that by $5,000, multiply by 100 to get 37%. This is actually the lowest I think it's been in a very long time. I know it says 37.6, but we're just going to use a whole number, make it a little easier. Monthly savings and investing, 1,069. Divide that into 5,000, multiply by 100. Will give us 21. So about 21, a little more than 21% is going towards savings and investing. And then giving and debt. Let's do those separately. Debt, well, giving is 10% by itself. Cash is 10% by itself. And debt, 1,048 divided into 5,000, multiplied by 100, it's 20%. 20%, 21 almost percent going towards debt. We've got to get that debt down. So I'm excited about that. And I hope that we'll be able to put extra during the month. Because if we can, then we don't have to worry about putting as much towards debt in the month of April when we start that second quarter. Because we have to start saving for summer expenses. We got to keep saving towards Christmas, because Christmas is going to come at the same time. So pay number 1, I'm going to budget that out right now for March. And that's on March 1st. And we have to be very specific with these paychecks. I like to use a scripture, and I know that when I did my Vlogmas in December, I shared with you how I choose a top priority for each month. I'm actually doing my budget in real time with you, so I have not actually chosen a scripture, but one that I know of that I've been teaching my children lately is Jeremiah 33:3. And this is an important verse for just reaching out to God. And so I have already inquired of the Lord some things, and I'm just believing Him to answer me. No, not 15. We're going to budget $1,000 for the paychecks in the month, and our expenses are going to be budgeted at $1,000. That's fixed, variable, everything. Our tithe is still going to be 10%. There was a time where we were giving 20%, but remember, given it shall be given, and we don't, we're stewarding over the money that God has given us, using the time and the resources that He's given us. So 10% is normally what we would give anyway. So for our giving bucket, the tithe is the only line item there. The plan is going to be $100. So that's the total for giving, okay? Let me zoom you in a little more. And then we have our investing. So investing, we're going to invest in Fidelity. This is my IRA, and Fidelity is planning to get $25. And then we have my youngest son. We're going to put $25 towards his 529, and that's $50 for investing for this first paycheck. And then I'm going to look at cash expenses. I don't know how I'm going to break down the $100 yet, but $100 is what we plan to use. So I do have my personal Mind Your Money binder. I do have challenges that I want to do, and mostly 100 envelope, and like some small challenges that I'm doing. Okay, I don't know how I'm breaking this down yet, but I'm trying to put money into all of the kids' binders. Challenges, because there's 2 challenges that I'm focusing on, 100 envelope and a smaller challenge to get that out of the way, and my personal binder. So if we put, let's say 5, 10, 15, 20, put $20 into there, and we put, I think 45 goes to there, and 35 goes to challenges. That might work. I might have to reallocate, but we'll see what happens. And this is getting 45. Yeah, that gets 45. We'll see how this, if this might change or not. Bills and expenses. For the first week, we have 2 bills that we have to pay. Straight up, Geico and the electricity bill. So Geico, we planned for $85 for the month. Electricity bill is $50, and then I have to put aside a fourth of the rent every single week, and that's going to be $375 for the first 4 weeks of the month. So between the rent at $375, electricity, and Geico, we're at $510. So $510 for bills and expenses. Nope, that's not right, because I forgot debt. Dang it. It's so hard now because I'm not used to putting debt in the mix. So we have to scratch out again. It's not nice looking, but $100 minimum going there. So let's make this $610. $610 going towards bills/expenses for the first week. And then savings. Savings should be, the light went down again. I don't know if it's going to rain because the sun has been going in and out. So savings, we are going to put the emergency fund. Emergency fund will get $25 every week, I think for the first 4 weeks, but $25 in week 1. And then I don't think there was anything else besides household, because there we need to save $25, $20. And then miscellaneous, that's another savings account. We're going to put $20 there. Yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. And my cushion, oh, food too. Food is going to get 20. My cushion is going to get $5. And that's it for that. So that's 25 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 5. So that's $90 in total for the savings. And then for funds, which are purpose funds, let me write purpose here, because that's what I like to call them, purpose funds. We have transportation getting some money because we're going to need it. So we have to keep adding money to that. And that plan is $10. Wellness will get some money because we have to start buying supplements and even vitamins for the kids, clothing, and for me too. I need to get back into the gym later on this year, so I need to start protein powder, my different things that I need to buy for myself. Christmas will get $10, and back to school, because teacher appreciation is going to be coming up soon, and I want to keep adding to this fund so I could at least give from that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's $50 in total for the savings. And I think that's everything. There's no other right now. So if I add up each bucket, giving, savings, investing, purpose funds, cash expenses, and bills/expenses, then I should come up with a total of $1,000. So the planned income we know is $1,000, and then our planned expenses, boom, we did it right. $1,000. Okay, that's for the first paycheck, number one. And then when I come back to close out, I'll fill in if it was a zero-based budget closing out. Did the income match the expenses? How much was left over? The goal is to get to zero. Sometimes it doesn't get to zero, but we're going to try our best. And then we'll do percentages. So that's it for the very first paycheck for March, which, again, March 1st. So I have 4 other budget by paycheck worksheets that I'm going to fill out, and maybe I'll do it on camera with you. I'm not sure yet, but I want to, be able to have content that you guys enjoy watching, and hopefully while I talk through my whole thought process with budgeting, you'll get something from it too. Okay, expense trackers. In this annual budget workbook, my friend Nigel did point out that one of my workbooks had an error. I think I missed some expense tracking pages, so I do need to update that. There will be an update and a revised copy as soon as I can get to it. I promise you guys, it's just life has been busy for me, so I haven't been able to get out those revisions and put up even the new stuff that I've created, because it's just been so much going on. But I am working on it. It's going to be there, and I will let you know as soon as it is. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 expense trackers right here. I am planning to not spend a lot on the credit card. That's one of our goals, right? So we may not have to use the entire page or 2 pages, It shouldn't be that much because we're mostly just paying bills and buying food. We're not doing any excursions just yet. So it shouldn't be a whole lot that we're spending on. When it comes to like April and May, then we're going to start seeing more spending because we'll have birthdays coming up. It's going to be warmer. We're going to take the kids out. The baby will be a little older, so it won't be, as strenuous to get her out, or won't be as dangerous, for her, because she's a newborn right now. So by the time we get into the warmer weather, she'll be old enough for us to take her out, because she'll at that time at least had 1 or 2 vaccinations, and we can take her out and experience the warm weather in the area. So I'm going to use these 2 pages for the operating account because that should work. And just to be on the safe side, I'm going to skip filling out this page, and I'm going to start my March household credit card on the last expense tracker and see if that works. So I wrote in which account I'm tracking and the month, and then I'll start with the first day of March's budget period. For me, it's the 25th of February. So we'll start there and see what we have. If it's a no spend day or whatever is going on, I don't think we have any spending on that date. So that's fine. Okay. So I like to set up everything when I'm starting a new month. So when I come back, I'm not concerned. I'm not like flustered, and I know exactly where to start. I like getting ready this way, and everything's in one place, in one book, just like my spreadsheet. I have multiple pages, but it's in one workbook. So I like that. So I can just move from page to page, and I can compare, what I did this week with savings compared to this one. How much was the percentages compared to the second week? And then you can track your monthly budget, even as you look at your goals and say, okay, what goals do I have? I do have paying $1,048 towards debt. Let me make sure I do that. Same thing with my calendar. My calendar is here. I have a word of encouragement for myself. I can see what my paydays are, expected side income dates, my to-dos, goals, affirmations. I'm reminded every time I look at it, and I can come back and say, okay, this is what we did. Everything's in one place, and I really, really enjoy using this book. It has helped me so much with being able to manage my finances for the family so much better. And now that we are a family of 6, we know that we're going to have increased expenses, especially when baby girl starts drinking regular milk or formula. Formula is expensive. It's $50 for a large can of the formula she drinks, and I'm telling you, we have to add that into the food budget, probably starting in April. No, yeah, April. We'll have to. For the second quarter, we'll definitely need to add that in, because we'll need it. And it's starting to rain. So I appreciate you guys for being here. I hope you enjoyed this budget with me, and watching me set up not only March's budget, but also getting the first paycheck budget set up. So that is it, and that is all for this video. Again, as a recap, what I'm trying to do with my family's budget is to make sure we pay a little over $1,000 towards debt. We still work on saving $10,000 for this year, the 100 envelope challenge, and then also not doing any miscellaneous spending. So after we pay all of our bills, we got to do some savings, and we have to pay down some debt, and we got to keep giving. So I hope you have a wonderful, blessed, and prosperous March. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember to mind your money, manage it well, and live your lives abundantly. Bye for now. Thank you so much for being here.